Good evening and welcome to Monday Night Politics Meet the Candidates, presented by the Dallas Examiner. I'm Molly Finch Belt, publisher of the Dallas Examiner. The Dallas Examiner has presented Monday Night Politics for over 12 consecutive years prior to elections. The Dallas Examiner does not endorse candidates. We seek to inform the community so that when they go to the polls, they are informed voters. All candidates who provide their email addresses on their applications when they file for office are invited to participate in Monday Night Politics. Monday Night Politics is not a debate, it's a forum designed to inform the community about the candidates' qualifications, their platform, etc. We could not present Monday Night Politics without our sponsors, who are nonprofit organizations, and they do not endorse either. In addition to Monday Night Politics, our website, www.dallasexaminer.com, has a section for voter education. Here you'll find current information about voting. Visit www.dallasexaminer.com. I would be remiss if I didn't mention two people who have worked with Monday Night Politics Meet the Candidates behind the scenes for over 12 years. The first person is Robin Jimenez, Vice President of Production and Editorial at the Dallas Examiner. The other person is Christy Thomas, Monday Night Politics Advisory Committee. We are happy tonight to have as our moderator Charles O'Neill. Charles is president of the Texas Association of African American Chambers of Commerce, and he was the first editor for the Dallas Examiner when the newspaper was founded by my father in 1986. Thank you for attending the forum tonight.
And good evening and welcome back to this Valentine's Day installment of Monday Night Politics. Tonight we have with us candidates for Dallas County Court at Law number 4. We have the incumbent, Judge Paula Rosales, and the challenger, Diane Catherine Jones. Thank you so much for your both being present here tonight. The ground rules have been pretty laid out for you. 2 minutes for opening statements, 2 minutes on the second question as well. I let you all, in all honesty, I've learned something tonight. Judge pull me up short and say, you asked me to describe what I do, and it takes about 30 seconds for my opening statement. So we've got to clear that up. We're going to fix that. So from going forward, I learned something tonight. So thank you so much. 2 minutes for opening statements to Judge Rosales.
Good evening, everyone. I am Judge Paula Rosales, the presiding judge of County Court at Law number 4. I am so happy to be here with you today. When I ran in 2018, I promised to make a court more equitable and fair. I also promised to change the tone of the court from an arrogant and ill-tempered judge to a more equitable and fair, where everyone would have a voice and where everyone would be treated with dignity and respect. Over the past 3 years, I have worked vigilantly to ensure that everyone will have a voice, regardless of their financial situation, ability to speak English, or ability to hire an attorney. I have a very rigorous mentorship program where my students not only get to watch the behind the scenes, but I also take them into the community to ensure that the students are very well rounded into the needs of our communities. I read everything that comes before me. I am prepared for motions, I am prepared for trials, and I will take the time to study a case and then make a prompt ruling. I am endorsed by giants and pillars of our community. Congresswoman Eddie Bernice Johnson, State Senator Royce West, Commissioner John Wiley Price. I'm also endorsed by the Dallas Black clergy, which includes Reverend Dr. Michael Waters, Reverend Dr. Freddie Haynes, Reverend Dr. Marcus King, and many other fantastic reverends that lead the spirit of our community. I am the one true Democrat in this field. My opponent is a lifelong Republican with a 100% Republican record. She is running in the wrong primary.
Ms. Jones, opening statement, 2 minutes, please.
Good morning, everybody. It's nice to see you, and I'm glad I could be here today. Happy Valentine's Day. My name is Diane Jones, and I'm running for Judge of County Court at Law number 4. The reason I'm running is because I believe that this is what I'm supposed to do in this season of my life. My credentials are as follows. I am raised in the military. I've lived all over the world in Europe. I am a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ. I have been an elder at the Potter's House for 10 years. After I left the Potter's House, I have been in ministry, and I'm an ordained elder where I attend church now. I believe integrity is the key to everything. I am running because I believe I'm the most qualified for the bench. These benches come open every 4 years, and they allow you, the public, to choose who you want to sit on these benches. My background is I went to the University of Texas at Austin. There I was the founding member of the Black Student Alliance with lots of other people. We formed the Black Student Alliance. I was the first president. Then I came to SMU on a full scholarship, the Sarah T. Hughes Law Fellowship, where the Dallas Bar paid for me to go to law school and asked me to get involved in the community. When I got here, there were only 2 black partners in Dallas, Texas. I had to write the Dallas Bar and scold them for the fact that I had gotten into the University of Texas at Austin. And when I got here, the job they promised me didn't exist because they weren't hiring black associates at the time. So they created an associateship for me that year. And then what did they do? They created the Collins Scholarship for everybody behind me to be able to have an opportunity to work that received that scholarship. I'm admitted to the Supreme Court, the Fifth Circuit, the Fourth Circuit. I have appellate background. I have extensive litigation background. I've tried hundreds of cases. I was a judge of County Criminal Court number 11 back in 1999. I was picked by John Wiley Price. I have not been in any politics since then. Thank you.
Ms. Jones, and describe for us, one, your understanding of the court and its function and how it will be improved by your election.
My understanding of the court is it's a civil bench, and I'm sure you've heard the judges come before you and other people say it's a super court where we handle all kinds of cases. I have been practicing for 32 years, and as an experienced litigator, since October of 2018, I've tried 19 jury trials. The courts have been shut down as a result of COVID recently. However, in other counties, they're not shut down. And so I've still been trying cases. I believe that as the judge of this court, my responsibility is, now that we're coming out of COVID, is to come into these courtrooms and try these cases and be there however long it takes. Because there are people who are sitting there who have got lawsuits pending against them that have been pending for 2, 3, 4 years. And do you know when you have a lawsuit pending against you, sometimes you can't go out and buy a house. You can't refinance a car. So those things need to take place. So I'm committed to working hard and committed to making a difference. And with the issue of me being a lifetime Republican, that is not true. I was students for Jesse Jackson, and I helped, it was an incredible time. But when I lost my election, what I chose to do is to stay in the Republican Party. I'm the person who shows up at the events and tell them that when they say Barack Hussein that's inappropriate, that it's racist. I'm the person when Mitt Romney asked me to do a commercial for him, I said no. I'm that person who's fighting from the other side. So whether you think that's right or not, I will not apologize. Don't you know that if I wanted to be a judge, I could have went to the governor and got appointed to one of these open benches and then just switch sides? But no, I'm a person of integrity. I'm willing to come out here, join the party, bring my credentials, bring my commitment to people. I've been on the legal service. I helped with the purchase of the building downtown. I was on that board. Thank you.
Judge Rosales, your thoughts on what your court function is and how you're being returned to the bench. Cool.
Okay, my court, county court at law number 4 is a civil bench. We oversee anything, or preside over anything from the smallest personal injury to the largest medical malpractice case. We also preside over property disputes, contractual disputes, and we are the appellate court to all of the JP courts, including on eviction matters. Now, I am one of the first courts in Dallas County to have created a virtual courtroom, and I intend to keep it that way. I typically take a survey of attorneys and also self-represented litigants to ask them how they enjoy the virtual courtroom. And 99% of them will tell you that it has created such an opportunity to dispose of more cases because they do not have to waste their time driving to the courthouse, looking for a parking, etc. For self-represented litigants, this virtual courtroom has created an opportunity for them not to have to take off work and also be participants, and we have been able to decrease the number of default judgments. So this virtual courtroom will continue in place so long as we're not dealing with jury trials. Now, jury trials, as you all know, we have been in a pandemic situation over the past 2 years, and we will slowly, the Court Island Courthouse in Dallas County believes in public safety. Now, the trials that might have been taking place in Tarrant County, that's a different story. They are certainly a Republican-led county, but in Dallas County, we certainly believe in public safety. And as soon as we are decreased on our level of COVID risk, we will continue to preside over those cases. Now, my court has never stopped working. I have a docket from Monday through Friday, and I dispose of my case promptly, efficiently, and fairly.
Judge, we have asked other candidates their thoughts on elected versus appointed judgeships. And I want to add a little element to it and kind of describe to our viewers and listeners the value of money in judge races and or endorsements and what that value really is and what should an endorsement speak to folk who are getting ready to cast a ballot.
Thank you for the question. So I have been a judge under both systems. I have been an appointed judge and an elected judge. And as one of my colleagues, Judge Benson, previously mentioned, both ways have politics involved. In the first way, which is the appointed way, there are judicial nominating commissions that are created. And really depending on who is in the executive branch or in the legislative branch, that is how the committee members will be appointed. And therefore, under the appointment process, you run the risk of having a non-diverse commission that gets to select the courts. Whereas in the electoral system, you get to have the people that we serve have a voice on who will get to be their elected officials, including judges. Now, as to the campaign contributions, there is, in fact, a way to understand how judges are respected, how judges' character and integrity is valued, and that is by looking at who supports them. I am supported by both the defense bar and the plaintiff's bar. And when an attorney takes the time to contribute to your campaign, exercising their First Amendment right to do so, under the Texas Ethics Commission rules, then you can be confident that the judge that they are supporting or that the candidate that they are supporting is one that will serve the community. And so at this time, the contribution limits are a way of protecting any doubt that the public might have. We also have to file reports, financial reports, and as long as they are transparent and as long as you report everything, you should be confident that the public will know that you have integrity. And my reports have done just that.
Thank you so much. Ms. Jones, the same question to you. Your opinion, your thoughts on elected versus appointed judges and the role of endorsements and or campaign contributions make to a race.
Well, first of all, I believe in the election process. And the reason I believe that is I was appointed back in 1999. I was first judge of County Criminal Court No. Law, first county criminal court African-American woman to sit on a bench. And John Wiley Price selected me because he played a key role in opening that court. It was a family violence court. And I had to run immediately after I was appointed, and I had to run a couple more times. And I had the support of everyone. In fact, I vacated that bench to run for a district bench at a higher level because no one was even running against me because of the level of integrity that I operated in. And I believe that's important because I watched a lot of people lose during that election, and they clearly needed to go. There were people that had been there too long, that had become jaded, that were putting people in jail and incarcerating people for long periods of time, and it wasn't appropriate. So I was actually happy to see the switch and see the change and see the county change over. Now, with regard to endorsements, my opponent is endorsed by pastors. I never was even talked to by those pastors. I don't even know. I know Michael Waters because I was his campus minister at SMU when I was on campus at the University of Texas at Arlington and SMU for 5 years, where we ministered Bible study and did Friday night fellowships. But I didn't pick up the phone and call him. I didn't pick up the phone and call John Wiley Price. I didn't pick up the phone and call Eddie Bernice Johnson. I didn't pick up the phone and call Royce West. Royce West and I do a banquet for the last 20 years for Boy Scouts of America, where we raised $3.5 million. The budget is $3.5 million, but we raise money for urban scouting for Latinos and Hispanics. A friend of mine for that many years is endorsing Paula Rosales. I was told that the issue was that they want people like me to join the party, but I came in running. I came in bringing my credentials with me, and I didn't bow down and apologize. Thank you.
And they're here in 2 minutes for closing statements, as you. Okay.
My name is Diane Jones. I'm running for judge of Dallas County Court at Law number 4. The reason I'm running, because I believe that this is a time such as this, I'm supposed to run. That is really why I'm running. I prayed about it. I sought the Lord. I decided I wasn't going to run, and then I got a call, and somebody asked me to run, and they said numerous people gave them my name. Why this bench? I felt like the Lord was leading me in this direction. You may not agree. You may think, oh, that's not God. It's up to you. It doesn't matter. I feel like I'm being obedient, and I'm running. I'm offering my credentials. I'm offering my personality, my integrity. And I am committed not to take large amounts of funds from attorneys that practice in my courtroom so that I don't fear having to rule against them. That's where my commitment is. Additionally, I am committed to the party. Whether I win or lose, I am no longer a member of the Republican Party. I've left the party. This is a clear message that I'm gone. This voter disenfranchisement, what is happening in this country is an abomination. And that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm a part of this party. And I am going to be a good judge when you elect me. I'm going to do everything to make my courtroom fair. I'm going to do everything to help this party make a shift and continue to go in the direction that it's going. But this party also needs to be aware that most people are independent voters, such as myself. Even though I was in the Republican Party, I just continued to vote there. I continue to give money to all the Democratic judges because I worked in their courtrooms. And I continue to support Democratic candidates. For the most part, I'm an independent. But yes, I am in this party. I'm here. And I hope that you'll vote for me. I hope that you'll consider it. And for all you pastors out there that have endorsed my candidate, my only question to you is, did you pray?
Thank you so much. Judge Rosales, 2 minutes for our closing statements, please.
Okay. The abomination started way before today. It was present in 2016 when Donald Trump ran. It was present in 2020 when Donald Trump ran. My opponent has a 100% Republican voting record. She is supported by Trump super donors and by Ted Cruz super donors. She was recruited specifically for a personal vendetta to run against me by an insurance industry insider. Now, the reason she is not supported by all of the pillars of our community in the Democratic Party is because everyone that knows her knows that she is a staunch Republican. Now, 2022 will be a very dangerous and hard year for Democrats. All of us need to do what we can to ensure that we turn out the vote, to ensure that we talk with every Democratic voter with solid democratic principles. The only candidate in this field that is a true and unwavering Democrat is me, Paula Rosales. Now, the reason why I have such a stellar list of endorsements is because the members of our community have seen me work over the past 20 years. I have registered voters, I have knocked on doors for Democrats up and down the ballot. I have been a delegate to the National Committee when President Barack Obama ran for re-election. I have also been present in the community by mentoring law school students, mentoring high school students. I was a mock trial coach for 4 years at a DISD school, and they have seen the work that I've done. I am asking for your support. I am Judge Paula Rosales, the presiding judge of County Court at Law Number 4. I'm the only Democrat in this field, and I'm asking for your support. Thank you very much.
Thank you both to Judge Paula Rosales, the incumbent for Dallas County Court at Law Number 4, and the challenger, Diane Catherine Jones. Thank you both for your attendance tonight. Just for a quick note to our viewers, we have made effort to ask each of the races about the same kind of question. So if it seems repetitive to you, is just to give all of our candidates a chance to weigh in on about the same issues that are reflected in their individual races. To the extent we can, as we move forward, we want to make sure that our candidates in the forum understand that it is indeed a forum, not a debate. We don't want, if you cannot articulate your positions without disparaging your opponent, that's kind of out of the park of what we're trying to do here. We're here to illuminate or educate our constituents, your constituents, and our viewers and listeners. And so to the extent that you can, make your comments about your race, your reasons for running, about your qualifications rather than disparage your opponent. So thank you. And we'll be back shortly with you, Dallas County Court at Law Number 5, Juan Renteria and Nicole Taylor. We'll be back with you shortly.